All of us have had a feeling to do something in our lives, a feeling deep within our hearts, a voice or whisper that says, this is who you are, this is where you're meant to go. Some of us, we unlock the door to that feeling. We accept that invitation. But many of us, what do? We simply bury it. Maybe we tell ourselves it's irrational. Maybe we tell ourselves we'll be judged if we try. Maybe we just tell ourselves that it's stupid. And so what do? We bury it deeper and deeper until one day we wake up in our 40s or our 50s and we ask ourselves, what exactly happened with my life? Now, I'm not in my 40s or 50s yet. I don't have it all figured out. But unfortunately, I've seen the walking examples. I've seen the case studies. Most people are alive, but not truly living. If you look around you, the world is kind of a graveyard of potential. And I don't want to sound like a cynic, but just look around you, not in this specific room, but in society. Broken hearts, broken dreams, broken souls. But here's the good news. You don't have to be one of them. I'm going to talk about what that feeling is and how to unlock that door. But first, let me share about my personal story. I was born in South Africa, which is a place of stunning beauty, but also a place of contrast, a place of instability. When I was a young teenager, my father received an excellent job opportunity as a software developer in Southern California. And of course, he took it. As a kid from the other side of the world, America seemed like the promised land. I'm in Southern California. I see the endless palm trees, the sprawling freeways. I think to myself, wow, this is it. This is the land of the free. But over time, I started to see through the cracks. I realized why they call it the American dream. They call it the American dream because you literally have to be asleep to believe it. Cost of living is insane. Salaries barely move. Most people tied to a mortgage they can't even afford, and that's if you're lucky. Don't even get me started on the price of healthcare. It's insane. So I knew in order to break free, in order to not be another cog in the machine, I would have to build a business. So in my mind, I only had one option, and that was to build a business. But I was young, incredibly inexperienced. What was I going to do? I've never started a business in my entire life. So I thought to myself, what's a place on this planet that's affordable where I could fire shots into the abyss and take as many risks as possible to free myself from this system that I think is personally enslaving me? In my mind, that place was Bali, Indonesia. Reason why? Number one, it was cheap. I could sit on my laptop and take as many risks as possible and build capital to kickstart my life and build a future. Now, when I first started my businesses, they were failing. I was doing a terrible job. I was afraid of poverty. Some nights I could barely pay the rent. Some days I didn't even eat that well. But what I realized over time is miracles are real. Sometimes at the very last moment, a new client, a new customer, a new opportunity, sometimes at the very last moment. And that's when I realized, as cliche as it sounds, that nature rewards courage. When your mindset and your actions align, you can accomplish amazing things in this world. And taking that risk is actually a lot safer than we think. It almost feels like there's some divine force protecting us when we're following our heart, when we unlock the door to that feeling. I realize that illusions aren't real, experience is everything, and you can in fact sculpt your own reality. So what is the main idea of my speech here today? The main idea is to unlock the door to your intuition. Everyone has this divine gift. No matter what background you come from, no matter what your school of thought is, everyone can tap into it, and it can greatly benefit your life and propel you forward in a very positive direction. We all have it, that inner dream, that voice, that whisper. Once again, it doesn't matter if you're atheist, agnostic, left brain, right brain, we all have it. So this is one of the hardest paths you can take, but it's also the path of least resistance. And it's not as scary as you think. When I first took that risk of leaving my home country the first time, and then the second time, and then the third time, all I had was a suitcase of my entire life's belongings and my intuition. And at first it was extremely daunting and scary, but I realized that this is the most fulfilling path you can take. This is the path that will give you the wisdom and insight to propel you forward. It's not a movie, you will fail, but the failure doesn't matter. It's not about failing, it's not even about winning. It's about never giving up, and it's about actually trying. So over time, you'll realize why we stay silent. Perhaps it's judgment from the people around us. Perhaps it's self-doubt. Perhaps it's because we're afraid to get outside of our comfort zone. But let me tell you something. This is the cost of ignoring it. You're guaranteed to face some type of regret in life. You're guaranteed to feel trapped later on. So why not take that risk? Don't miss your chance. The reward of embracing it is guaranteed freedom. Who doesn't want to be free? We're all a slave to something in our lives. But to be able to live life on your terms and to truly follow your heart, I think is a very beautiful thing. Because you will gain the necessary growth and insight. So this speech is not about me. I'm not trying to say I have it all figured out. This is not prescription. I'm not a doctor here giving you advice. I'm simply just giving you an idea, planting a seed. It's not about what I think. It's not about what society expects of you. It's about you. Because if you follow your divine destiny, you can give back to other people in your life in a way that is so touching and beautiful. So lesson number one, intuition is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. We all have it. We can all exercise it at any point in our life. And lesson number two, advice is mostly useless. Yes, there's fantastic teachers in this world, people who can guide you, people who can shift you in the right direction, and they're excellent. But at the end of the day, you're the one who decides the right path for you. No one else but you. And that's why I say advice is mostly useless. And lesson number three, depend on yourself more. I'm not talking about being selfish. I'm talking about tapping into that gift, right? That feeling of intuition. So let me leave you with this. The next time you feel called to do something, don't ignore it. Don't push it down. Try to tap into it. Try to unlock that door. Try to grow it. Because beautiful things happen in life once you unlock the door to your intuition. Thank you.